opening scene, they're on the private jet where, like I said, this private jet is so teeny. This private jet is too teeny for them to be doing all that extra moving. The private jet is too teeny for them to be doing any extra movement other than just sitting down. And they don't even be getting up to use the restroom, let alone arguing. So they're arguing in this private jet, and Razor completely gets her wig snatched. I don't want to be known to. She completely gets her wig snatched, and she's walking down the steps so embarrassed. And she's talking in her confessionals, talking like, oh, you know, I don't want to get this right. I don't want to get, what is it, the flying right snatched away from me. But on camera, during the present day scene, she's still cussing and screaming and going off. Razor is so tired. Like, everybody from this cast has completely surprised me, has completely gagged me. I had certain people in my head that I said, oh, I'm going to live for Biggie. Oh, I'm going to live for Kat. Oh, Razor, she's a businesswoman. I'm going to live for her. And everybody has just not done me well at all. Razor needs to stop wearing those glueless wigs. Razor needs to stop wearing wigs, period. She could staple a wig on her head and it's still coming off. She needs to, she don't need no wig. She don't need no wig at all. Razor needs to shut up. Razor needs to shut up, and she needs to rehab. Her and Tommy need to go right along to rehab together on Zeus Dive. So in my notes, like I said, Razor is doing too much. She's screaming, she's going off, but she's talking about some she don't want her rights to be flying taken away from her. Lo is completely embarrassed because y'all know Lo has this mindset of she's shooting a show on Oxygen or Bravo or I don't know, ETV, baby. Lo is embarrassed. I live for Lo, but her thinking she gonna get to the bag every scene is a key. But we're gonna move right past that. So Natalie Nunn, oh yes, I have this in the notes. I'm keying. Okay. Natalie Nunn is on this bus, van, whatever it is. She's sitting here talking. She's sitting here talking to Razor, talking about, you know, the FBI, FDC, whatever the letters, whatever alphabet board she had put together. She was talking about, they're out here, and Razor just starts to scream. And when I tell you, y'all, I be in here falling out. I be in here on the ground. I be yodeling. Y'all, Razor starts to scream. She's screaming out. And I'm like, shh. I'm shushing her. And the scene was shot months ago. I'm shushing her because it's so embarrassing. It's like private. This is not private jet behavior. This is spirit behavior. Razor was sitting there hollering like a pit bull, talking about some she does not care. She does not care. Stunner is a lame and da 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 da. Run me another fade and woo doo woo woo doo 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 doo. And it was a mess. It was a mess. It was completely mess. Nelly is talking about some, I'm on the jet, still getting to the bag. When I'm on the jet, I'm still making moves. I'm getting to the bag, da da da. Of course, Razor is talking about some she don't want to hear none of that. She don't want to hear none of that. So at this point, Razor is in the bus, and I really don't even know where in the heck they had Stunner Girl, but they had somewhere. She's separated. So Razor and Stunner Girl are both going off on each other and nowhere each other. They not even nowhere. They separated but still cussing each other out. It was a key. Now back on the bus, Tommy got these girls on the bus drinking Cosmigos and opening up just to be arguing later on this episode. So the girls are on the bus, they fangirl and they missing Rock. Where's Rock? Where's Rock? Where's Krishan? Where's Krishan? Where's Krishan? They call Krishan on the phone. I'm rolling my eyes because y'all know I do not live for Krishan. Krishan being off this season was the best thing could have happened for me because I did not want to see her back. So I'm just happy they used her for publicity and she's not really on this show. But the girls are calling her, they vibing, then all of nowhere, DJ Nobody just starts crying. Her crying this week was me crying at her grabbing that mic and performing. Oh my goodness. They are always riding Krishan. They always meet and riding Krishan. Razor is embarrassing. You're completely right. I don't know how they take her screaming in her face. Let me tell you something. When I tell you, I thought Krishan made some ugly faces when she's screaming at people in their face. Not until I seen Razor with her mouth wide open, cocked back like that. When I tell you my stomach, I'd be like, thank God I ate earlier. Because there's no way I could have been able to get through this and then go eat. Because what? Her mouth cocked open, it's slob everywhere. Her mouth has so much slob where it looked like she had swallowed some of her lace glue, just took a jub on it. Anyways, moving right along, because I'm not even gonna do that to that girl. That po baby. So, like I said, Tommy has these girls on the bus opening up again. Rolly is smoking her one because if Rolly's gonna have a blunt every scene, I absolutely live. So she's having her blunt every scene, and she's opening up and she's talking about like how she never had anybody. She has 3 other siblings. Her mother wasn't there, her father wasn't there. She has 3 kids of her own, and she was homeless, and she had to be in a shelter for like 3 months. I want to say 3 weeks, but it's 3 months. She had 3 months in the homeless shelter, and she's been depressed on and off throughout the show. So she's just really opening up. And then she says, if any of the information that she's opened up with the girls about, is tried to use against her, she's gonna attack them like a bear. And I seen somebody in the neighborhood talk comments saying, somebody in the comments said, "Save the bear."
If you ever see me fighting in the forest with a grizzly bear, help the bear!
I'm yodeling. Somebody in the comments said, "Save the bear." And it was all it wrote. Y'all, when I tell y'all I be in here hollering, when I tell y'all the comments, I have to take a deep breath. When I see something crazy, I say, before I open the comments, I literally have to take a deep breath. Anyways, like I said, Rolly's on the bus said, she's opening up about being homeless and have to have her kids in the shelters for 3 months and X, Y, and Z. So she's saying if any of the information is, used against her, she is going to beat you like a bear. DJ Sky is talking about how she lost her dad due to COVID. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Y'all know I really don't lay up for DJ Sky like that, but she did look good in the confessionals. I said I live for that little rented outfit she got because I know she had to take it right back. But she looked good in the confessionals. But she was talking about how she lost her dad, unfortunately, due to COVID. And most of the girls was opening it up. Then Kat, she started talking about how she lost her best friend or whatever. Now that kind of, y'all, I don't really live for Kat because she messy. She kind of gagged me a bit. I kind of cried a bit because I miss my best friend too. He ain't dead or nothing, girl. But that's another story for another day. But moving right along, Biggie starts talking about how I hate a girl. If you don't got a story, just sit this one out. She really wanted to slide her story in. Like her story was forced. She started talking about how she was getting bullied, and I don't even mean to laugh. I'm so sorry. Biggie is so Biggie, like, this was not your place. I feel like people was talking about real things. I mean, bullying is a real thing. Hands up, so shoot. But it's like people are talking about they lost their mom, their dad. I was homeless. I have 3 kids. And, somebody called you Oprah in the 3rd grade. It's fine. It's like, Biggie, sit this one out. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. But when Biggie did her bullying story, the girls got tired and sent everybody to bed. The next scene, everybody was flying to go to their bed. So, baby, back on the van with Razor drunk behind child, she's going off, and Scotty is eating her alive. Oh my God, Scotty. I did not live for Scotty last season, but that girl didn't come to play. She's screaming, talking about she wants Scotty away from her. I don't really F with Scotty anyway. So Scotty is talking about you and your third personalities. And when I tell you, I was just hollering. So, like I said, Razor's doing the most, and Scotty has to end up being separated. Nellie's like, get on up. I would have had to put Razor outside. She would have called Uber. Like, we got to separate her. All this moving around, trying to baby usher people around. No, sit in that phone. They pull up to the Arizona house, and it's a nice house. But we get there, and Razor is still going off. She's in her room going off, talking about this, going this, woo, woo, woo. At this point, I'm over Razor. I'm trying to click through. I'm fast forwarding 5 seconds to get through the episode because Razor ain't talking about nothing. So they move to the room, and it's like Scotty, she discovers where she's at. So Scotty is talking about why did they give me this room? I'm in here with DJ Sky and Biggie. And when I tell you it's not even a room, it's not even a closet. They kept referring to it as a closet. It wasn't a closet, it was a nightstand. That's what it was. It was a nightstand. It wasn't a closet, it was a nightstand. That room was itty bitty. And I don't even know how they thought all 3 of them was gonna fit in the closet. Girls from the bus end up pulling up. Tommy's bunch of girls end up pulling up to the house in Arizona or whatever. Kat come into the house. She's talking about where's my room? Now, like I said, Kat is working my nerves because Kat has been so demanding to barely be on this show. She's talking about where my room. I feel like Kat room I should feel like they should have put Kat in the closet instead of Scotty and them. Kat should have been in the closet. But Rolly, she comes in her room. She sees her room is a solo dolo room. Rolly is smiling ear to ear. When Rolly seen her room and she was smiling, I was smiling because I don't know. Rolly's smiling. She's happy about her room because she got her own room, X, Y, and Z. So Biggie finds out she then got her jail cell room, baby. So she comes into the room, and it's the most dramatic thing ever. It was the most, girl. She storms into the room, starts screaming, cussing in Spanish, girl, and then she drops her bags on the floor and just. And it was the nastiest key. So she's talking about some, oh, I'm going in Biggie's, not Biggie's room. Oh, child, I'm going in Tommy's room. So she busts in Tommy's room, and she's looking through Tommy's room. Rolly comes around like, hey, why would you do that X, Y, Z? Rolly was trying to check her, but Rolly was like, never mind, I don't really even care. Baby, I got my own room. Anyways, the next morning, Cat and Stunner Girl are outside talking. They catching up X, Y, and Z. Stunner Girl ends up telling that she snatched, Ray's up out of the wig to Cat, and Cat is gagged. She's like thoroughly gagged. And I'm sorry, and people like to call me a Stunner Girl fan, and I don't think I'm a Stunner Girl fan. I think I give credit when credit is due, and Stunner Girl is really bringing it. If anybody is bringing it this season, Stunner Girl is bringing it. She's not backing it down. She's really going. If somebody tries her, she's stepping forward, and I'm so sorry. But I live for Stunner Girl. I can really feel like I can say episode 8? I can actually, before I like to say, oh, I live for somebody. I watch it for a minute, and I feel like I live for Stunner Girl. Stunner Girl is the moment. Stunner Girl is bringing it. I live. Stunner Girl has given me BGC realness. Stunner Girl give me, if this wasn't no Airbnb, the mattress would be out there in the. But Stunner Girl don't want that charge. Stunner Girl is bringing it. I live for Stunner Girl, and getting that girl together on that private jet really certified it for me. Snatching that girl up out of her wig I feel like that's the classiest thing you can do. I'm not gonna really fight you on this private jet, but snatch you out of that wig, and I'm gonna send you on down them steps barking. Okay. Clap, 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 spread your camel toe. Shout out, Stunner Girl. Anyways, Low, Biggie, Rolly, they outside smoking, catching up. They talking about the bus ride, do, da, 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 da. Low is talking about some, of course, I'm ready to get to the bed tonight. Anyway, so Razor and Tommy is talking, and all of a sudden Natalie and Scotty walks in, and Razor looks phenomenal. I'm gonna give the girls 10s when she, deserves 10s. I like her little, what was it, little like jean dress moment. Her wig back slayed, makeup looking wonderful. When she holds it together and she's giving that business girl aesthetic, businesswoman aesthetic, the girl looks good. The girl looks good. Okay, I'm gonna give her that. She looks good. So she's looking good or whatever. Natalie and Scotty walks in, and I absolutely live for Natalie. That is my girl. That is my girl. That's my girl. I know the girls don't live for Natalie, but Natalie is my girl. Natalie is my girl. Natalie handled this next scene like a boss. Like a boss. She said, y'all playing with me. Y'all talking about something. I'm not a producer. Let me show y'all how we produce. Natalie came in with Scotty, and she said, I thought you made up with Scotty. What was all that barking about? I said, yes, Natalie. I said, you ate that for me. You ate that for me. She ate that for me. She handled that like a boss. I said, that's a producer. I said, that is a producer. So she comes in or whatever, and she basically makes, Razor acknowledge that she was a drunk mess, and she's a drunk mess all the time, because Razor was like, we know that was the only time. No. and Tommy like, play a gangster, man, play a gangster, they ain't lying, you had a couple nights. I'm like, Tommy, please. And Tommy needs a cough drop. If I have to sit through one more confessional and she sound like that, I'm gonna unsubscribe. But moving right on along from that scene to the next scene, it's time for Natalie to do her team meeting. Y'all know Natalie gonna do her team meeting all the time. Team meeting. If Natalie's gonna do something every episode, what it's gonna be doing? A team meeting. Girl, and I don't like these team meetings because I feel like these team meetings should be done off camera. Definitely the one we fixing to talk about. So the team meeting, they talking about some 20K. She has these bands in her hand, and everybody is blinking with their band. Like, everybody is blinking like they're shook. I would be shook too. Imagine all of them. We're gonna split 20K, like they're shook. So all of the girls look good, by the way. All the girls look good. They sitting on the couch, and Nelly is talking about, before we even get into the money situation, we talk about the money. We need to talk about how the rollout of going to these clubs are. We need some structure. Because y'all know every other night somebody's performing a different song, a new song, grabbing the mic. It's always a mess. So Nelly is talking about they need some structure, X, Y, and Z, and and Rolly starts busting shots. Baby, Rolly starts talking about some, certain folks, don't know what they're doing. And Tommy calls out Miss DJ Nobody. She says, DJ Nobody, that's what XYZ. And I'm like, I'm speechless. I'm so speechless. I'm like, it's getting so catty and the money ain't even been talked about yet. So rest of the scene is just complete ghetto-ness from there. They're talking about the structure. Lo is talking about some, I want to perform tonight. And Natalie shuts it down so fast.
I'm down to perform tonight. Lo, I love you. And I'm always gonna love you. Let's hold off on you performing. Only cool. You are not an artist right now. You are a host. You turning up. That's it.
Natalie shuts down it immediately. Immediately. She's like, no. And I feel like Lo probably could have got herself a performance if she wouldn't have talked down on what she had going on. Lo's talking about some, it's a half of a song, X, Y, and Z. Why did you say Lo needs to be stopped? Lo was adamant about doing her song or whatever. Nelly stops her immediately. Tommy doubles down on it, and Lo was sitting there shaking her head in embarrassment. It was so funny, y'all. When I tell y'all I was crying tears because all Lo could do is Lo shook her head to the episode ended. Lo was so embarrassed. Lo wanted to do her one verse and a hook. Baby. The girls wrap up the conversation of structure of the show. And now it's time to talk about getting to the bag. So Lo, proceeds and she opens up the next conversation. And Lo is talking about, now it's time to get into the money situation. So let's talk about the money. So Natalie announces that it's $20K, and Scotty's in her confessions like, $20K with 11 chicks? Oh no, what are we gonna do with that? And then I go do my math, and I just split it down the middle, and I said, oh, that's 1.8K for everybody. That's cute money for me, but I don't know for them. Girl, somebody throw me 1.K in this super chat, I probably, lose my mind. But that ain't nothing for them, girl. So I'm like, 1.K, I want to see how this gonna go. So they talking about some 1.K, and Rolly starts automatically getting defensive. I absolutely live. Y'all seen Rolly opened up about not having a shabam wham early in the episode, so she ain't about to play about the shabam wham right now. So she started talking about I'm a performer, baby. I'm still out of breath from last night. I need my money. I feel like I should get more money than y'all. I'm like, okay, all right. So she's talking about her voice is gone and she should get more money than everybody. And she is, a performer and she feels like she can get that and da. Out of nowhere, Nelly, Nunn, and Tommy are having like a side conversation that is in and out. Like we can barely hear what they're saying, but we know something's going on, girl. And all of a sudden, Tommy gets up and she storms out. I said, oh, Jesus, what is going on? This is so ghetto. This whole scene should have been edited out. It's cute. Film it, whatever you want to do. Film it, that's wonderful. But for this to actually make it to air, it's crazy. Lo is talking about some, she wants her money. Girl, Lo is doubling down. She's saying, everybody was there. It's a booking, and the flyer says booking. It doesn't say anything about special guest performances. This is not a concert. And I was thinking, this show ain't the festival, because this ain't Coachella either. So Lo is bringing out the big boy facts for the girl. She's saying this flyer said all of us, the baddies are showing up. It didn't say that homegirl was doing this song and she's gonna be promoting this song and she's special guest performances. So she's chewing down. She is absolutely chewing down. And I'm living for Lo. So of course, Rolly, she jumps back in and she's saying, this is a performance. I was performing. I was sweating. I was out of breath. I was hot, sweating my makeup off. And when I tell you, Lo took me, she grabbed my neck and she threw me around the house. Lo's talking about some, you was gonna sweat anyway. I said, did nobody hear that? Did nobody hear that? I said, oh my God, Lo, get off her. I said, oh my God, Lo, get off her. Nobody heard it. I'm like, did nobody hear that? Rolly is talking about, anybody can shake they behind and make a couple money. And Rolly is really taking it there. So Tommy begins asking Lo, do you think we should be equal? Do you think you should get the same amount of money that I should get? Do. The conversation goes exactly nowhere. That's where the conversation actually ends, child. And I guess that's where we're going to be picking it up next week. But that is the episode, honey.